Hey YouTube, it's TheWellofMimir here. This is my 100th subscriber video. I'm sorry I'm not on camera today. Still not feeling completely up to it yet. Although it seems my sinus infection is headed downhill remarkably quickly, so I should be back on camera soon. Today I want to talk about community and the heathen concept of Frith. Now, if you are already a heathen, then you understand what the concept of Frith is, and if you don't, then hopefully I'll help to be able to explain that. The concept of Frith is, most people actually translate it as peace, but it's a little more complex than that. It's the maintenance of Frith is keeping the peace and going about your lives and your relationships with others in a peaceful manner without, not necessarily without conflict, but without violent reaction. I was reading an article today and I can't find the name of the author and I can't find what it was printed in. I was going through my files and it's called The Importance of Community in Heathen Religion. Now if anybody knows who wrote this or where it came from, please let me know and I'd be perfectly happy giving credit to where credit is due. But in it says a few things. It's really quite important. It says here that the ancients relied on each other for survival, and it was the family and the tribe that struggled to live, not the individual. What that says, and what most of us seem to forget in the community, is that we're all important and that we all need to focus and worry on each other rather than focusing on ourselves completely 100% of the time. Now, community is meant to be dependent upon the actions of another. If you live in a small community, it's especially a small community, you'll notice this a lot. When one person does something wrong, the rest of the community pretty much finds out about it very quickly, and usually there's some kind of action taken. Either the person is disciplined somehow, hopefully by the parents, or the community in itself will actually pitch in to show the person the right of way rather than letting them get away with the wrong part of the way. Now, a lot of the problem we have today is we have this me attitude. It's all about individuals, which isn't wrong. Just there's no community focus. No one has to worry about the person next to them. It used to be, a couple generations ago, that when a neighbor was sick and needed help, you would help that neighbor by either helping with food, cleaning the house, helping with children, so on and so forth. And that's what a community is about. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to like them all the time. But you do have to take care of the community. You have to take care of the health of the community, because the health of the community affects the health of you. Now, how Frith plays into this is that Frith is involved in community, and that Frith is the maintenance of the peace, security, and refuge of the community. And if one of its members does not feel safe, does not feel respected, then true Frith does not exist. So, and as I was thinking about it today, I got to wondering whether the pagan community at large really has any respect for each other. And I think that if we were to start looking into learning to respect each other, whether or not we think you're crazy or others are crazy within that community, we still have to respect them enough to realize that they're individuals and that they have their own ideas and that they are part of the community. And if we ostracize them for whatever reason, then we are damaging the community and in return damaging ourselves. And so that's of vital importance to the community, and a healthy community is we need to take care of the members of that community, whether they're doing well or doing poor. We still need to take care of them and respect them. Also, in this article I was reading, it says that we ignore the deeds of our others because we do not place importance on their dedication. We are too busy to notice or to look away or we look away when we see the hardship they are going through. Yet, by failing to give the respect that they are due, by failing to heed to their needs, we are failing to maintain Frith and the peace and prosperity of the community. So, in a sense, we can debate, and we can disagree with each other. Now, a lot of us, I'm a heathen, I'm not a heathen, I'm a Wiccan, I'm not a Wiccan, yeah. In a sense, we have our own smaller communities. Wiccans have their own community, and within those, the different trads have their own communities, so on and so forth. I mean, we're all social creatures, so we develop groups within groups within groups within groups. But overall, I mean, there's not, an astronomical amount of pagans on YouTube, at least not as well as I'm aware. I mean, there's a lot more in real life than there is on the computer. But the YouTube pagan community in and of itself is a community, and we need to be able to look to each other and depend on each other regardless of whether we like each other. And that's why a lot of people have a problem with the pagan community in itself, on YouTube especially, but just in general. I mean, if you want to go down to your more concentrated communities, like your heathen community or your Wiccan community, the fighting becomes a little less, mostly because you all pretty much believe the same thing. Most Wiccans have a general idea of the same concepts. They all believe similarly, and then you have most heathens believe similarly. And the problem comes from the bigger community when you have multiple religions and multiple people of different religions trying to communicate about things, and they all believe separately, and not one of them respects the other enough to listen and to understand. And so I guess my short little capture here, it's not really a video, is mostly about learning to respect others upon different paths, enough to know about their beliefs and understand where they're coming from when they talk about things. You don't have to agree with them. And by all means, defend yourself if you're attacked. But there's no sense going about and just arguing for, no reason other than just argue, because in turn you're damaging the community. And the community is important. We all like being part of it. We all want to be part of it. Whether you feel you don't or not, we're humans. Humans have to be part of a community of some sort. We're social creatures. It's needed. So think about that next time you have a problem with someone, or you've been attacked even. Actually look at it. Instead of just taking up arms against that attacker, look to see exactly what they're saying. You may not actually be being attacked. Look to see if it may just be a lack of respect on their part. And then in turn, instead of just retaliating, show them the respect that you didn't receive from them, and debate them on that issue. There's a lot more to be gained by trying to foster the community than tear it apart. And that's pretty much all I really want to say today. Feeling a little introspective, I guess. Not really all that big on this kind of thing, but who knows? My videos might come out to be a little more of this banter. So thanks for listening.